Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. We are here tonight in celebration mode. Sorry, I couldn't get Facebook to work, and that just threw me right off. We are here tonight in celebration mode. We are going to listen. I think it's important on my. We talked about this a little while ago, maybe 3-4 days ago. It's important to reflect, of course, on a milestone when you complete something, when you're around the sun, or some sort of other achievement that you've done, to reflect, to sit and think, what is it all about? I also think it's important to look for signs. I'm not, you know, as a child, as a growing teenage 30-year-old boy, 43 now, I don't think I can be a boy anymore. That's up to you guys. I thought, you know, there is no order. There's no reason for any of this. We're just floating through. We're on a rock, following a star, hurling through space, spinning around this whole thing. All of this is random. Well, I think as I get older, I start to realize maybe it isn't all just random. Maybe there is a method to some of this madness. So I've begun looking for signs in different things, and I found one yesterday. Yesterday? I found one yesterday. I was at my house. I have a, let me rephrase that. I have a gargantuan lawn for somebody that lives in the Los Angeles County. For most people, it's a teeny tiny, I mean, you know, it's like, I've used them all over like 3 times and it's done. But I came across, in the middle of mowing my lawn, a patch of mint. No kidding. There it was. Just in the middle of my grass, some bird had eaten some mint somewhere. Not my mint. Came through, did what he had to do. Little bird poop, probably. And in the middle of the yard, there it was, a patch of mint. So I thought to myself, I crossed my arms, I pulled up my socks, you know, those white socks and New Balance shoes, and I thought, what is the universe trying to tell me? Yes, I am the Pol Pot of mint. I've absolutely murdered entire generations of mint. I am not good at it. Well, interesting now, suddenly, mint is just growing where I step. I'm the Midas of mint. Every step I take, possibly mint is following me. So now I got to think, okay, you got an aversion to mint. How come? Because I kill it. Because I kill it. Because I don't, you know, it doesn't like me, I don't like it. But then it made me think maybe I should reconsider my mint habits, and that was my birthday present to myself. I said, you know, you think you know so much about this, you captain of industry, you king of New England. And then I thought, well, maybe I'm just an orphan boy and I don't know anything about mint. So I did some research. Now, where do I start with my let's say hello to the people. otherwise I'm going to jump right into it. Let me say hello to the people. First of all, thanks everybody. Oh my God, you guys are all writing. Thanks everybody for the happy birthday wishes. We are celebrating a birthday. Good evening. I'm sorry. Good evening to you, Shawnee Panabaker, sipping a maple pineapple bourbon sour. I think that, let me put my opinion out here. This is what you guys tune into, I assume, for the opinions. The moment you say that is a maple pineapple bourbon sour, that's 4 things. That's 4 things. I think, Sean, you need to name it something now. Now it has to be Panda Baker Sour, Shawnee P Sour, something like that. We gotta, you put those ingredients in the ingredient line, but you name it something different. So if everybody will just send Sean their funniest name possible for the maple pineapple bourbon sour, that's all I want for my birthday. Thank you very much, Bon Bon. I thought it was the birthday show. Yes, it is. Mint. I thought it was a birthday show. That's how we're relating this. I am reclaiming mint. I'm reclaiming it. I'm taking it back. For a long time, mint has been a nemesis of mine. I'm taking it back. Happy birthday. Remember, 40s are not fatal. Actually, they are very powerful and sexy years. Thank you. I've been doing some yoga, so I'm working on both of those things. That's DCW Clark, winner of the 2023 Cushtender Derby. Who else we got here? We got KT. It's just a regular old Saturday for Cushtender. He doesn't care about me or any of my feelings. Michael J. Husband, winner of the 2024 Cushtender Derby, is in the house. Good to see you. Did a little yard work today, and now I did yard work 2 days in a row. That's what happens when you turn 43, I suppose. Bonbon, so I'm a little sniffly. Bonbon, you got a pre-made old-fashioned. Love a pre-made old-fashioned. If anybody wants to make me a drink, even if I don't see them making it for me, I will accept that drink. Let's see. Oh, we got Bonbon, winner of the 2025 Cushtender Derby. That makes it the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown has showed up. If Grant shows up, he was the winner of the 2022 Cushtender Derby. Not often mentioned, but he did technically win it, so we do got to give him that. Moose is here. UF Mark, that is our resident Gator. Oh, let's connect the show, otherwise it doesn't work for anybody. Let's see what else do we got here. Glenn Cushman is here. That's my dad. Without him, I don't know if you guys know how all this works, but without him, I wouldn't be celebrating a birthday. Captain Jack and Coke. Where's the Jack gone? Courtney Miller. Courtney Miller, good to see you. What a thing. Hey, Courtney Miller. Cushtender welcomes you as well. So does Shawnee Vanderbaker. Love to have... Gosh, now I'm thinking maybe we have had Courtney Miller here, but maybe not. Jay Dilly. Okay, I just put Josh Dill into the credits, but now I might have to change it to Jay Dilly. So thank you, Jay Dilly, for... being here. You are Patreon. Does that mean you're allowed behind the bar? Oof. Oof. I forget exactly which level you are. I didn't memorize all of them, but Bonbon and Keith and Avery are allowed behind the bar. Everybody else can have to stay behind. Let's take these off real quick. So, we are going to be re-examining mint. Now, here are the issues that I've always had with mint. First of all, having fresh mint around me is untenable. I am unable to keep mint around. This right here is the mint that just was growing in my glass. It didn't glow in the glass. It was just growing in my grass. It was just growing there. I almost mowed it over. This is it. Now, I give this about 30 more minutes and then it is dead. So I can't keep fresh mint. So having fresh mint around my bar is untenable. It's inconceivable. I cannot do it. Okay. So we have other things that we can do. We can make mint simple syrup. That's one thing. Great. Or we can get, we can flash freeze it and have it ready to go. Okay, well, that's never going to happen. Those machines are like $5,000. We're not doing that. So, okay, so mint simple syrup, we got to land on it. Here's the problem that I always have with mint simple syrup. First of all, it's gross. That's a big one. Second of all, if you really want to do it right, it takes a long time and is expensive. If you really want to do mint simple syrup the correct way, what you got to do is you got to take some dinitrous oxide. You got to put some sugar, put some water into a into a cream maker, like one of those guys, and you got to hit it with 2 of those. Now each of those costs like $1.25. That's not crazy expensive, but I run a bar that people aren't allowed to come drink at. I'm not making any money here. So now we're in some trouble. So now we got to think about the other 2 ways. So that's pressure. So we can muddle the mint or we can pressure the mint. Otherwise, we got to do time. Time with mint is tough too, because mint has a lot of chlorophyll. It also has something that I just learned about. It's called PPO. It's called... Well, I'm going to think about it while I talk about it. It's called PPO. Dang, I thought I almost had it. Anyway, it's called PPO. Basically, this PPO is an ester. It's an enzyme that reacts with air. So if you let this PPO, this polyphenol oxidate, I got it, PPO, polyphenol oxidate, if you let that stuff sit around in the air, it is going to turn not only brown, but that is going to give you off flavors. Well, that is unacceptable. All right. So now mint is right out, right? We can't do anything with mint. All right. Well, I went searching. I said, somebody's giving me a sign for mint. So I went searching. Where did I go? Right to the Bible. I went right to the Bible. I went to John 3. I didn't do any of that. I went right to the back of the Bible. I put in mint. I looked in mint right here in the back of my Bible, Liquid Intelligence by Dave Arnold, written by clearly one of the apostles, Dave. And I looked for mint. I went all the way around looking for mint. What could I find? Well, there's some stuff. Talks about using some really super chilled mint to keep all that green in there. I went looking all through, looking for more mint. I couldn't find a lot on what he was talking about with mint. Mint. It's not even back here. No. I didn't find much on mint to say. Couldn't find much on mint. So I thought maybe, you know what? I'm out of luck. Maybe this is just a rock with a little water on it that is flying through space, and we are just space monkeys, and none of us really know what's going on, and maybe there isn't any reason to look beyond us because there are no signs. There is nothing. Jeffrey Morgenthaler. Jeffrey Morgenthaler walks into my life. Not really. Found him on the internet. But he talks about something. He talks about mint simple syrup. And it changed my feelings about not just mint, but all herb syrups. I didn't just freeze. I was just thinking about what I was going to say next. Okay, so all mint syrups. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? There's a little word. It reminds me of the Golden Girls for some reason. It's called blanching. Blanching. We are going to, before we start making our mint simple syrup, we are going to blanch the mint. So that's what we're going to do today. Kind of a big introduction. Talked about the existentialism, the ennui of life, just to get into blanching. But blanching for me has absolutely changed my little life. So let's get into it. We're going to start with a little blanching. So in order to blanch, I got it. Okay. Blanching. What does blanching do? Blanching is going to take that PPO, that polyphenol oxidate, right off of the mint. It's going to take it right out of it. So this is the methodology for what we're going to do. We're going to take, this is a hot plate right here. Look how hot that plate is. Everybody's saying, whoa, show me some of that shake plate. We're gonna basically burn them out, boil them out, and then we're gonna shock it. Ha! Scare them in. Whew. Okay, so I probably should have started this earlier, but I got a whole hour to fill. So little bowl, and then we're on a big old thing of water. We're just gonna put a little water in here. Let's bring in a little water can. Oh, not that one. Which one is it? That one. Oh, well, that's a dead camera. All right. Well, that's a bummer to lose that one, but trust me, we're gonna be just fine. It's gonna look like boiling water. Turn it all the way to the max. How come? Because we want it to boil. We want to get some boil in this water. Some of you have probably heard of blanching before. I myself had also heard of blanching before. That's all I knew about blanching, though. I had heard of it once or twice. What's up, Bootopia? Did he give us a GE all? I think he might have. Oh, there it is. GE all. Forlorn Hope is hoping for a muddle. If you have a real desire to muddle something right now, may I suggest muddling the like button. Do it. Okay. Okay, so we are starting this. This is just going to take a minute. I really should have put some hot water in here or something. So, oh, the light's on, so we're good. So, blanching what we're going to be doing. I'll give you the whole outlook of what we're going to be up to. We are going to start by blanching this mint. All right. We're going to put some mint into some boiling water. For how long? About 15 seconds. Then we're going to have an ice bath. We're going to pull the very hot mint out of the boiling water, and we're going to shove it. It's called shocking it. We're going to shock it into the cold water. That is going to stop the heating process so that we're not getting rid of all of the flavor, not all of the good, the chlorophylls and the esters and the whatever the heck smells like mint, the minthers. We're not getting rid of all of that. Instead, we are just going to shock it and stop the heating process. We are literally now going to watch water boil. So hopefully you guys are way into that. Hopefully that's what you guys tune into. Let's just tune this out. We're not going to send a report. And then we're just going to kind of hope that maybe this camera comes back, because you're going to really want to see this camera at some point. Let's see to do it. Oh, still frozen. All right. Boil, shock it, drink it. Yes. Boil, shock it, drink it. I spent a lot of time while I was running various bars throughout the Los Angeles area, trying to get mint correct. I never, ever did it. I never did it. So I just sort of gave up on it. I said, listen, mint doesn't like me. I don't like mint. Mint and I are going to stand on separate corners of the alley. We're going to join our different gangs. They'll be probably the greens. I'll probably be the hares. I'm probably the hares. So it's the greens versus the hares. We're going to snap in the middle, and I'm going to fight mint till the day I die. Eventually, I'll marry Maria Minty, and that'll be going. Mint extract is not a shortcut for anybody asking. That's incredibly true. Do not. Oh, how come nobody's going to tell me that on my birthday I don't have any of these things going? Oh, that one's not working anyway. That one's working. Turn this on. Yeah, mint extract is not a thing to do. You are going to want to have your mint be super bright. It should taste like real mint. It should not be. Is those little bubbles? Oh, those little bubbles. We're getting there. I promise we're getting there. Mint extract is not the thing to do. Mint extract tastes like absolute buffoonery. You guys mind if I have a drink? I'm having a mojito. I had to try it out to see if it worked before. Yeah, Bonbon, happy for the help, and Sean, happy to give it to him. Bonbon, what are you doing with the mint you save that way? Woo! Woo! Very few. Let me just say, I'm going to put this out for myself. I don't think you hear a lot of sneezes on YouTube. I don't think that's a thing you say. I think most people cut out the sneezes. I don't. 21 muddled like buttons, hopefully. Oh yeah, gosh, 21 muddled would be great. If you guys could muddle that like button 21 times, that would be the way to go. Let me say thank you to all the people. I had a mint patch in my front yard, says Jay Dilly. Continues to grow larger every year. I keep telling myself I'm going to make a lot of mojitos, but never do. Hey, Jay Dilly, I got a method for you now. That's pretty good. I can attest that Cush cannot keep mint alive. I've been here for years. No mint has survived. Yeah. I have a 100% kill rate. I have never, ever let a mint plant live for any amount of time. I feel horrible about it. I always name the mints just in case we have one that lives. It's usually some version of Minty or Mintholomew or, Mintifer, all those kinds of things. Never, ever can keep it going. All right. This is really bubbling now. We're going to make our ice bath. Ice baths are incredibly simple. I think you guys sort of know where this is going. We're just going to put a little ice in here. And then we're going to take that same water that we definitely had a moment ago. Oh, it's over here. Yeah. We're going to make a little ice bath. There we go. Just a little ice bath. Don't worry about that. It wasn't anything. I don't think. It wasn't anything. Okay. So this is just about to bubble. We want this to be incredibly hot. We want it to be boiling water. We are going to bravely take our hands, grab a full thing of mint. This is, I got some big ones the other day, and that's how I seem to work. Okay, we're gonna grab these guys. I don't want the dirt on them, thank you. This guy here, these are 2 little guys. We're not gonna be making a lot. I've just made a ton of mint simple syrup, so I just wanna make enough to sort of get me through today, and eventually we'll go. You can get close to 32 degrees with the right combo of ice and water. Yeah. Salt. Salt. Did that sound expensive? Let me just check real quick, see what it was. Oh, I found it. Well, now more of it's going. Well, it's gone forever. It was a bottle of vermouth, so I feel like that probably wasn't a big deal. Probably shouldn't have been down there in the first place. So we're good. Okay. You guys see the heat coming off of this. There is steam, there's bubbles. We're gonna blanch. So let's grab a little bit more mint here. We're gonna be making about a cup of this stuff. We're looking for a cup. I've done this experiment a few times. We're looking for about 10 good mint leaves. So let me show you what a good mint leaf is versus a bad mint leaf. This is a good mint leaf. This is a medium mint leaf. So not bad, not good. This right here, bing, 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 that's a bad mint leaf. It's too small. We can still use it, but it's not really going to count for a lot of what we're up to. So we're going to grab these by our little guys here. We have some very boiling water, and this is how we're going to do it. Oh, we're going to take our mint right in here. Oh yeah, that's a much better view. We're going to put it into the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now it's super green. Look how green that is. And we're going to, boom, shock it. Oh, said the mint. Whoa. Ah, there I was. Turn this off. That's all we need that for. There I was having a little chill out in the hot tub in the Alps, and suddenly some jerk ripped me out of there and threw me into the snow. That's what we got going on here. So we got this. Oh gosh darn it. Kyle, I need paper towels as soon as possible. We're gonna shock it in this mint. We're gonna do that for about 30-ish seconds. I do want you to notice though, let's bring out another piece of mint, how much greener this mint is. Look how green this mint is. Look how not green this mint is. Now I know the water is playing some optical tricks on you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Good work. It was pretty good work. Okay, now we want to, we can get rid of this. I don't know where to put it. Put it right here. We want to go ahead and dry off our mints. Right there. Really just pat that dry. This is still really going. Maybe I should unplug it. No. Unhelpful. I think I can move it. Is it hot everywhere? Oh, it's hot everywhere. I don't know if I can do it. Okay, well, we're going to let this sit here for a second. We're going to pat this nice and dry. We want all of these little mint leaves that have just been boiled, basically frozen in time from the PPO, which is the polyphenol oxidate. Didn't think I would ever get that, but I did. I've done it like 5 times now. And we are going to dry this off. Some of these shows are like, there's just not a lot going on, so hopefully you guys are still in. Okay, now, Don't know what to do with this. We're going to push it to the front. There we go. And we'll use this camera as our close-up camera. All right. This is what we got, my friends. It seems like we have just made wilty spinach, and kind of we have. We have kind of just made some wilty spinach. Doesn't seem like it's going to do much. Hold on. Hold on. Blender. This is our blender. We are going to take each of these little leaves. Now, the leaf part of mint tastes like mint, but the other parts of mint don't taste like mint. So, even though earlier today I said this was a perfect little mint leaf, look how tiny it is now. Itty bitty. Either way, we're going to take this, we're going to drop it in. Take these guys, we're going to drop them in. All of that mint flavor is now locked in, but we don't have any PPO, which has been absolutely, for the past 20 years of me doing this, has been driving me bonkers. I don't know why all of my mint kept turning out either brown or tasted like, it was awful. It was always a horrible, horrible, horrible experience. Anytime you ordered a mint drink from me, yuck. I was suddenly a freshman bartender again. That's all the mint we need. Look at that. Not much. Not an awful lot. We're sizing it down a little bit. Now, I am offering myself a little grace. For a long time, we have on this show talked about two different types of bartenders. One that is 1-to-1 simple syrup, and one that is 2-to-1 simple syrup. For so long, I've been a 1-to-1 simple syrup. It's so easy. It's so easy to make 1-to-1 simple syrup. You can just shake it. You can go. I feel like I've been doing myself a disservice. And here's the disservice. Sugar is a preservative. So if you sugar something, sugar should help you to preserve what it is. Now, for simple syrup, just regular old, clear, no flavor simple syrup, I still think that 1-to-1 simple syrup is the way to go. However, I am now a home bartender. I bartend only at the house. Sorry, only at the bar. I also bartend at my house, but I also bartend just at this bar. I need, in order to make anything work, I need to have something that sticks around for more than, say, a couple weeks, right? Maybe a week. Sometimes my syrups, I make 1-to-1 vanilla syrup. I got about a week on that. 2-to-1 flavored simple syrup is the way to go. 2-to-1. It'll last longer. It'll give you that flavor. Also, because the flavoring is going to be, the flavor is going to be nice and big, a big old flavor. Sorry, I'm watching the chat go on, and it's outrageous. I'm trying to do a show here. Because the flavor is going to be big in here, 2-to-1 means that you're not going to overwhelm yourself with all this flavor. Let's get into it. So we're going to make a little bit of simple syrup, sugar. Now, we have to make how much? We're making 1 cup. So that is going to be about, it's going to be about 3/4 of a cup. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. 3/4, of course, we know is going to be about 6 ounces of sugar. So we're going to go ahead and put in 6 ounces of sugar. This could take a while. So just hang out with yourselves. Really should have brought it. There's no way that I have a measuring cup in here, is there? Oh. Three-quarters of a cup. Oh, gosh. Just kind of eyeballing this. There we go, 3/4 of a cup. And then we're going to be putting in half of 3/4 of a cup of what is it? So half of that would be 3, so 6 ounces, 3 ounces. Oh, that's pretty good. 3 ounces of water. There's 2 ounces. There's 1 ounce. And that should do it. Now, right now, it seems like we're not... Lord almighty, I can't store stuff down there. I'm just knocking bottles all over the place. Right now, it seems like this is going to be no mint. Right? Like no mint. I mean, you can see like little pieces of mint go by like they're trucks on the highway. But that is not going to be the case here in just a second once we find this. Here we go. And upsy daisy, we're really putting our little power cord to the test today. We've unplugged the other thing. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this in, and we're gonna give this a big old stir. We're gonna get all that sugar off the bottom though. There we go. Here we go. Stir it up. Yes. Okay. This is what we got now. I want you guys to see how very green this simple syrup is. This mint simple syrup. Look how green it is. No brown. There's no brown in this. All green. Now, there is an issue, of course, with this, and that is we have just absolutely masticated. We blended this mint down to a fine little powder. So, this is a little thing that I've learned a while ago that I absolutely love. It's one of these. Obliterated. Thank you, Crazy Cat Chef. Good to see you, by the way. Yes, macerated. That can't be good. Slap it, shock it, blended, minty, 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 minty. Okay, this right here, one of my very favorite little pieces of equipment. I use it all the time, and I just don't see a lot of other bartenders using it. If you are a bartender and you're using this, please send me images. Don't send me images. Just tell me you're using it. I don't care. This is a reusable pour-over coffee cup. Now, as we all know, because we've seen my caffeinated shows, I don't do well with caffeine. It's just not my thing. I don't. I get a little hyper. I get a little overstimulated. I don't like it. But what I do use this thing for, is for getting the little particles out of our different syrups. So I'm going to be putting in one of these guys. We call this a double strain. Some people call it a tea strainer. Those people are not bartenders. We call this a double strain. And we're going to pour our liquid right through this. Now, it will take, I guess it's not taking that long. Get out of there. I just want you guys to see how very beautiful and green this mint simple syrup is. It's mind-boggling. Look how green it is. I have never in my life seen green mint simple syrup that wasn't dyed green, that wasn't, just sort or that wasn't Jeffrey Morgenthaler's version of this stuff, I guess. I just don't know this this world of mint very well. Kyle, would you be a good boy and come grab this for me? Bring a glove or something. Put it against my shirt. Ooh, look how green. Oh yeah, because I guess that doesn't look green. Yeah, look how green that is. So green. Now, there's a lot still going on in here. We're going to dump this in here because then Kyle can take the whole thing. There we go. You got it, Kyle? Oh, you're just going to want one of these. Coming your way. You got it? You're going to want to grab this, not in a funny way. There you go. Yeah, got it. Oh, this is cool now. Great. I got my bar back. And my bar back. Okay, look how very green this is. Anyway, super, super green. This is now sort of lodged in here. I wish I had my overhead cam. It's just not working right now for some reason. Just gonna give this a little stir, trying to get all this out. But the good news is, I have already made some of this previously. It's not as crazy as that, but I double strained this one so that I have a very nice, clear, green simple syrup. I made this 2 days ago, and it is still not anything white to put behind it. Gotta have something, right? You guys are gonna want to see this. What's white? Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look how very green that is. Super, super green, and it smells. What does it smell like? Mint. What does it taste like? It tastes like muddled mint. Mind-boggling. I now, because it is 2-to-1 simple syrup, this now is going to be longer lasting. I have about 3 months on this. This is what Jeffrey Morgenthaler is telling me. Jeffrey Morgenthaler is not a liar. Yeah, look at that. Jeffrey Morgenthaler, not a liar. Jeffrey Morgenthaler is a fabulous bartender and a guy that makes great cocktails. He's saying that with 2-to-1 mint simple syrup, you got at least 2 months. He's saying months. And you can't say months and mean 1 month. He's saying I got about 2 months on this. So I now have at my bar a mint simple syrup that should last me through a lot of mojitos. A lot of mojitos. All right, so we got to make one. I want to do a shout out real quick. I want to sneeze real quick, but it's not going to happen. Nope. So much dust in my nose. I want to shout out a guy named Kevin. Which Kevin? I don't know. I can't help you on that. A man named Kevin bought me in a bar, not a drink, but he bought me a glass. I went to the Tiki Tea the other day. He found out that it was my birthday when I was taking a drink called a Green Lizard. And he said, I'll take 2 of those mugs and 1 more for the gentleman down there. And I never in my life have had anybody that didn't know me just... I've never, to be very honest, I don't think I've ever had anybody buy me a drink at a bar, let alone a mug. So anyway, thank you to Kevin for sending me this. Now, I have no idea if Kevin knows who I am. I will say, I was recognized in the Tiki Tea. Somebody said, Dr. Cush! And I said, it's working. 5 years in, somebody knows who I am. Okay, let's make a mojito. Super, super simple. Oh gosh, we are running out of time. Super simple. We're going to be putting in, because this is 2 to 1, you would think that we're going to be putting in less simple syrup. Now, I have tried this recipe. I've tried it multiple times. 2 to 1 simple syrup. Unfortunately, you want to keep it pretty similar proportions. All right? I thought maybe because it's 2 to 1 simple syrup that it was going to be too sweet if I did 1 ounce of lime, 3/4 ounce of the mint simple syrup, and 2 ounces of rum. I thought that was going to be too sweet. So I did it less. I don't like that one as much. Now, I like sweeter drinks, and if you want to have a sweeter drink, then you have to do the prep work beforehand and change the amount of mint you want in your cocktail. I like the sweeter drink. I think that the mint simple syrup really brings out a lot of the flavor. So we're going to go ahead and put in 3/4 ounce of 2 to 1 Jeffrey Morgenthaler's blanched mint simple syrup right into our glass. But you still like my bearded clam tiki? Yes, Paul. Yes. Paul, I like it very much. We were not in a bar when you bought that for me, though. So it's right here. Literally, Paul. It's always on camera. Look. Bling. We weren't in a bar. And you know who I was. You knew me. Just some dude out of nowhere was like, I have to buy that gentleman something. I've had that feeling in bars. I got to buy her something. Not a lot of. You know what? That's probably not true. Let me say, I think I've bought more dudes drinks in bars than I've ever bought women drinks in bars. I thought about it for a second. I feel like it's always like, oh, this is my new best friend. I'm buying drinks for everybody. That's true. Okay. Yeah, act like I was some playboy back in the day. Certainly not, my friends. Certainly. Hey, lady, can I buy you a martini? That is not how I operated. I bought dudes drinks all the time. So, you know what? Now that I think about it, thanks, Kevin, but, Okay, we're going to go ahead and slide. Oh, why is this lime peeled? Why is this lime all naked? We are in the process right now of making some more pseudo juice, so we are reusing these. That's one of the best parts about pseudo juice is since you don't put any of the lime in there, you can use the juice for other drinks. Now, once the stuff comes off, they don't last long, so you're gonna have to make them pretty quick. We're gonna go ahead and put in the juice of 1 lime, which I've measured these limes about 3/4 ounce. Sorry, about 1 ounce. Paul, that is the collector's the collector clam, the extra large one. It is a real special. Yeah, honestly, Paul. It's also, I believe, the only censored version of the clam. I don't think that most people censor the clam. Whoop. Oh. That tape wasn't ready to come off. DCW Clark agrees with me. She has also bought more dudes drinks. Yeah, I feel like this whole thing about like, hey, people should buy women drinks. I think it's backfired. I think more dudes are getting drink spot for them than ladies are at this point. Not great. Bacardi. I chose Bacardi because it doesn't, what are we going to do? Yes, Davey Virtue acting, very virtuous. This is how he got his name. He did not enjoy seeing those mammaries on my show, but there they were. They were censored. Not anymore. I got to re-censor them, I guess. We're using this because the mint simple syrup is truly should be the star of this show. So we are not looking for a rum, especially on this one, that is going to overpower the mints. I do think that with this mint simple syrup, you shouldn't have an issue with that. It is a very deep mint flavor, but in the meanwhile, listen, I wanted to taste the mint simple syrup, so we didn't do a big rum. Lots and lots of ice. There we go. Lots and lots of ice. Because I try to be somewhat utilitarian in my bartending, I don't care that much for plain soda water. Doesn't do much for me. So we are going to take some of this tropical Waterloo. No, I don't want this one. I want that one. There it is. We're going to take our little spoon. We're going to pour this straight down. Give this a bit of a spin. Now, because we have two options with our mint, I can either immediately forget about it and kill it, or we can take a large bunch of mint, take out all the little dirt parts. This is real from the garden mint. Not even from the garden, from the lawn. Take out all that stuff. It's been pre-washed, so we're good. And we're just going to give this a bit of a slap. This is all we're doing with the slap. We want to open it up. Maybe just like a little happy spank. Open this up. Shove her in. And since we have some of these limes, we're just going to put a little naked lime right there on the end. And folks, we've done it. I usually think it's pretty impressive that it takes me 30 minutes to make drinks on the other days, but I really am proud of myself when it takes me a full hour to make a single drink. There we go. There you have it. That is a Missionaries Down... No, sorry, that's not a Missionaries Downfall. Sorry, I was reading Tiki Court. Hello, Tiki Court. I have a weird feeling. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Earlier in the chat, just find it up here, there was somebody named Courtney. Her name was Courtney Miller. Suddenly, there's a Tiki Court in here. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm not a, what am I, Minecraft? What am I, Minecraft Homes? No, I'm not. But I do think Tiki Court went and changed your name. Tiki Court, pleasure to have you. Now, you're going to have to compete with Tiki Tom. So now Tiki Court, Tiki Tom, got a little rivalry going. There we go. This is it right here. It took us 45 minutes, maybe an hour to make a cocktail. That is the name of this game. If you don't like that, then you're like 99% of the rest of YouTube, because I don't think anybody else likes it either. All right, let's see how we did. This, a big, bright mint simple syrup that so far, usually my PPO, my polyphenol oxidate, basically the chemical that browns when it comes in contact with air, browns within the first, I don't know, 12 hours. 12 hours, you got this nice green mint simple syrup, and then next thing you see, it's brown. This has been lasting for at least 2 days. You got a nice color, no browning. You got a little mint there. You got, this one's still going in there. Look how green this is. I mean, my goodness. That is a very green syrup. That's what we want. I found that using mint simple syrup is so much better than the Missionary's Downfall. Yeah, Tiki Court, completely agree. Mint simple syrup. So the Missionary's Downfall is tough. Missionary's Downfall is tough because they want you to blend that mint directly in to the pineapple and all the rest of it, the peach and everything. The problem with blending mint it's gross. It's disgusting. You got little pieces of mint stuck in your teeth for years. Mint, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, mint is the glitter of the bar world. Once something is minty, it is minty for forever. Mint simple syrup was always the way I wanted to go, but the problem with it is I'm going to use dinitrous oxide every time I want to make a Missionary's Downfall. I want those all the time. Newsflash. Hello. Hi. I don't know what that voice is. Anyway. Yeah, so I think mint simple syrup, if you got a good mint simple syrup recipe, and it turns out I do now, you can make your mint cocktails much easier. Mojito, cheers. Oh, gosh! The mint is big. The mint is big, and it tastes like mint. This is not the mint simple syrup that I just made today. This is this mint syrup, which I made 2 days ago. It still exists. Now, I will be watching this mint simple syrup to see how long it lasts, but if you put it in the refrigerator, my man said that it will last, Jeffrey Morgenthaler said that it will last for months. Months. At least 2. How many mojitos are you going to have? Get over yourself. There we go. Boy. I think it deserves one more spin. There we go. One more spin. Paul uses Fee Brothers mint. We could have done that, I suppose. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, that's what I got for you. In my 43rd year, 20-something year making cocktails, I have finally figured out herb syrups, which unfortunately for you guys means that we're going to be doing more herb syrup stuff here soon. So we're going to be doing herb syrups, things like basil syrups, things like rosemary syrups, things like thyme syrups. We're going to be doing all the syrups. We're going to be, yeah, here we go. Shawnee Panda Baker. That's what I was looking for. We can get 2 months easily with the 2-to-1 syrup. Yeah. I go through simple syrup, the 1-to-1 so fast that I'm not going to worry about that one. I like to make that one quick and ready and on the go. But yeah, 2-to-1 simple syrups. I am giving myself the grace to know when I was just being a little stubborn. I was being a little bit pig-headed. I was being a little bit, head of beverage. And thus, I can let old prejudices go, and I can jump into the world of 2-to-1 simple syrups, especially for simple syrups that have a flavor, that are specialized, that I don't use in every drink. Take one more look at this. Again, thank you to all of you who wished me a happy birthday. That means an awful lot coming from everybody. I just like to spend my time with you guys. Excuse me. Dirt in my nose and I hate it. I spend my time with you guys more than I spend my time with almost anybody except for the producer of this show, who does such a good job, who actually took me to Tiki Tea on my birthday. I might not have done it, but she did take me there, and I had one of the best nights ever. Thank you to Mo2Jen. You can follow Mo2Jen now on Instagram. Mo2Jen is active on Instagram, so follow MOTUJEN on Instagram. She's the producer of the show, and she is the greatest. Rosemary honey syrup. Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of those now that I know about blanching. Because the problem with all these herb syrups, so they just looked like crap, and they smelled bad, and they tasted bad. They tasted like dirt and chlorophyll. That's not what you want. You want all that other stuff. So we're gonna get rid of that PPO, that polyphenol oxidate, and we are gonna be making way better syrups here in the future. That is what I've got for you. Oh, just throwing this out there. Tomato leaf. What can we do with that? Now I'm a little afraid, because tomato is nightshade. I do know that. And nightshade kills people in fairy tales. And I live basically in a fairy tale. So, oh, about to harvest some Texas honey? Yes, I'll take that. If you guys want to send me anything, you guys can always remember to find me down here in the chat. In the description. And we will just send it to the P.O. box down there. And I've used everything. Everything you guys have sent me, I've used it. I have the husband's honey right here. Maybe this thing deserves a little spin. Look how much I've used. I only use it for cocktails. I don't use it for like put on toast. Okay, that's what I got for you. We will be back here on. No, we won't be. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about this. We will not be back here on Tuesday. I guess that means we're going to be back here on Monday. So we'll be back here on Monday. I will, funny enough, we'll just had a very, very strange appointment. I'll be coming from a very strange appointment on Monday. So hopefully you guys are interested in seeing what happens when I've done something strange during the day. In the meanwhile, tell me what herbs we need to be making some simple syrup out of. I used to make a great cocktail called the Basil Buckshot. It was a pepper syrup. Pepper and basil syrup. Spectacular. But because the pepper went in there, it was basically brown anyway. So I did nothing I could do with the basil. We're going to figure out a way to do it. That's what I got. But Bon excited about Monday. We'll be back here on Monday to hang out. Thank you again for all the birthday wishes. I will see you again in a year for my birthday. One of those 43-year-old doctor's appointments. That's exactly what it is. It's a 43-year-old doctor's appointment. Strange in 2025 is a very high bar, sir. Better be good. Yeah, I'll give you guys a hint. I'm incredibly. First of all, I'm afraid of alligators, and I'm incredibly claustrophobic. And I will be coming from some claustrophobia training. So that's what I got for you. I will see you guys back here on Monday. I appreciate everybody showing up. Watch all these names as they go by. These are all of the supporters, the financial supporters of the show. But remember, these classes will always remain free. If you can't help out, you can be a financial supporter by Patreon, by Venmo, or by PayPal. It really just helps to keep the bar going. That we're not, basically just keeps rum coming in, so we can keep trying stupid stuff like this. Can't help out like that. Tell your friends. Maybe Tiki Court was one of your friends. You invited her in. Hey, how spectacular. Now we got Tiki Court in. And if you can't do any of that, best thing you can do is show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for the most part, except for when we do classes Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Watch all these names as they go by. I'm going to dance a little in the corner because I'm so happy to hang out. But until then, what do we always say? That was never going to be an option. We always say bye-bye. Bye-bye.